T-minus 27 seconds and counting.
Falcon 9 is startup.
3, 2, 1.
Ignition and liftoff.
Roger, roll. Planet propulsion continues to be normal.
Stage 1, landing burn, startup.
We have liftoff.
Vehicle switch done right. Stage separation confirmed. Starlink support confirmed.
Alrighty, folks, give me a status check. It is early in the morning. Well, at least for me. It's also early in the morning for the launch team down there in Cape Canaveral, Florida as well. If y'all could let me know that everything is ticking along correctly here, that would be great. Anyway, I am Tyler, content manager here at SpaceFeed today, and we are going to be doing a live stream here today for you of the ULA Atlas V in a 401 configuration for the launch of NASA's Lucy mission at 5:34 a.m. EDT, or for the folks all the way over there on UTC time, 9:34 a.m. Now, of course, this mission will be the first ever mission to explore Trojan asteroids and be a 12-year journey around the sun. So, very, very cool of a mission, about to be lifting off in about an hour or so from Space Launch Complex 40 all the way over there in Cape Canaveral. We're going to be answering your questions as we tick all the way over to liftoff, which will be, again, 5:34 a.m. EDT or 9:34 a.m. UTC. So as we await the official webcast to begin, we're going to give you a brief rundown of today's payload, which is none other than the Lucy spacecraft for NASA, which will study the Trojan asteroids around Jupiter. On 10/16/2021, NASA's Lucy will lift off on board ULA's Atlas V rocket as it awaits its journey to Jupiter.
NASA's Lucy mission is going to be the first mission to explore the Trojan asteroids. These are asteroids that live in two swarms, one that's ahead of Jupiter and another that's behind Jupiter.
During ascent, Lucy is protected inside a 4-meter diameter payload fairing. At 4 minutes 27 seconds, the payload fairing is jettisoned. At 58 minutes, Centaur releases Lucy into a hyperbolic orbit, on its way to becoming the first space mission to study the Trojan asteroids and revolutionizing our knowledge of planetary origins and the formation of the solar system.
There you have it, folks. Yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing, hopefully, this spacecraft launch in the following moments. Again, all the way over there, 5:34. We're progressing great on the timeline. Again, ULA is very talkative on the countdown net for the press. However, we are not allowed to play back in real time. So again, we can't just basically pipe in that audio into the broadcast. However, in a few, we will pipe in the audio and visuals from the NASA ULA live feed when that kicks off around 5 o'clock.
L minus 30 minutes.
RC, LC, net 1.
RC.
Conduct weather briefing, channel 8, weather conference net.
Roger.
LC, this flight control.
Go flight control.
Step
What's
20,
everybody? We're
L minus
progressing
3,
towards a
primary steering
liftoff
file,
in
address
a
underscore
few
AV096
hours.
underscore
Opens at
05
5:35,
with SDL
5:34, I should say,
CRC
in the
Foxtrot
morning here.
490 has been received,
again,
verified, and is
progressing
ready to
towards
load
liftoff.
into the Inca.
Proceed with load.
L minus 25 minutes.
LC, this flight control.
Go flight control.
Step 40, L-3, primary steering file, adjust underscore AV096 underscore 05 with SDL CRC Foxtrot 490 has been verified and loaded into the Inca.
Roger.
L minus 21 minutes.
Com check on 1.
I'm clear on 1.
This is the NLM on the NLM net, just providing an update. The range did notify us that one side of the JDMTA command site has failed, but
NASA CE, go.
SMA,
SMA, go.
SMD,
SMD, go.
NASA Mission Manager,
NASA Mission Manager, go.
LSP.
LSP is go.
Copy that. The NASA team's ready to release the hold at T-minus 4 minutes.
L minus 10 minutes. All communications switch to channel 1. All personnel and visitors remain in present position until launch. Maintain operational silence and the LC.
Roger.
OSM, verify the FCO, RCO, and OSM hold fire switches are in the proceed position.
Ready to proceed.
L 930.
NSC, spacecraft to internal power.
Roger.
RLM, verify redline monitor and event table are in the correct configuration for terminal count.
Verified.
RC, verify solar radiation acceptable for launch.
Verified.
L minus 9 minutes.
Launch on time verified.
Roger. LC switch to the ready position. All steps are complete prior to the status check.
L minus 8 minutes. L minus 7 minutes.
Status check to proceed with terminal count. Atlas Systems, propulsion. Go. Hydraulics. Go. Pneumatics. Go. LO2. Go. Water. Go. Centaur Systems, propulsion. Go. Pneumatics. Go. LO2.
Go.
LH2.
Go.
Hazgas.
Go.
Electrical Systems, airborne.
Go.
Ground.
Go.
Facility.
Go.
RFFTS.
Go.
Flight control.
Go.
GCQ.
Go.
Operations support.
Go.
Com.
Go.
Umbilicals.
Go.
ECS.
Go.
Red line monitor.
Go.
Quality.
Go.
Op safety manager.
Go.
ULA safety officer.
Go.
Vehicle system engineer.
Go.
Anomaly chief.
Go.
Range coordinator.
Clear to proceed.
Launch director.
You have permission to launch.
Proceeding with the count. ALC. Verify T0 is set for 0934 Zulu.
Verified.
L minus 5:30 minutes.
NSC. Verify spacecraft is configured for launch.
Spacecraft is configured for launch.
All steps are complete prior to terminal count.
On my mark, the time will be T minus 4 minutes and counting. 3, 2, 1, mark. .355.
Ground pyros enabled.
Three minutes.
Atlas tanks to flight pressure.
Securing LO2 topping.
250.
FTS internal.
159.
Vehicle internal.
155.
Launch sequencer start.
150.
Securing Centaur LH2.
Securing Centaur LO2.
140.
Launch enabled.
137.
FTS armed.
$120.
OCU's armed.
SCS count started.
$110.
Vent valves locked.
One minute.
Rock, report range status.
Range screen.
$40.
Staple at step 3.
$25 seconds.
Status check.
Go Atlas.
Go Centaur.
Go Lucy.
Eight, 7, 5.
We have engine ignition. Release. Engine at full thrust. Tower clear. RD-180 propellant utilization has gone to closed loop control. The vehicle has begun the pitch yaw roll maneuver. Now, 30 seconds into flight, vehicle is 0.6 miles in altitude, traveling at 939 miles per hour. RD-180 performance continues to look good at this time. Engine pump speeds and injector pressures are in family for this thrust level. Atlas vehicle attitude remains stable at this time. Attitude rates near zero in all axes. Now at T plus 70 seconds into flight, vehicle is 4 miles in altitude, 0.2 miles downrange distance, traveling at 1,200 miles per hour. Mach 1, Atlas is now supersonic. Vehicle is now passing through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. The vehicle is now throttling down slightly. RD-180 engine parameters continue to look nominal after the prior adjustment to the thrust level. Approximately 2 minutes remain in the Atlas booster phase of flight. The Atlas V rocket weighs now just 1/2 of what it did at launch, burning propellant at a rate of 2,600 pounds per second. Vehicle is now executing closed-loop steering. Centaur reaction control system is now pressurizing the flight levels. We're now just under 3 minutes into flight. Atlas is 33 miles in altitude, 59 miles downrange distance, traveling at 5,600 miles per hour. All first stage vehicle systems are operating as expected at this time. The main engine is now throttling to maintain a constant 5G acceleration limit. Centaur has begun the boost phase chill-down sequence, and the RD-180 is now throttling to maintain a constant 4.6 G acceleration limit. Boost phase chill-down sequence has completed, and we have BECO, booster engine cutoff, and a successful stage separation event. Pre-start on the RL-10. And mess 1, we have ignition for the first burn. We have indication of good payload fairing jettison. The PU system on the RL-10 is now in an open loop burn-off mode to burn off excess fuel in the early portion of this burn. During this first burn, which will last just over 9 minutes, Centaur upper stage will loft itself and the Lucy spacecraft into a parking orbit. I just received word from the performance group that the boost performance was better than expected. RL-10 performance looks good at this early portion of the burn. The Centaur reaction control system is performing as expected, seeing periodic firings to maintain thermal conditioning, and all line temperatures are approaching the bottle temperature. All 10 engine parameters continue to look good at this time. Vehicle attitude rates are as expected. All body rates are near zero. The R10 propellant utilization system has come off the stop. We are in a closed loop control mode. R10 thrust chamber pressure continues to be in band. The R10 propellant utilization system continues to control mass air to near zero. Three minutes remaining in this first burn of the upper stage. Data on upper stage systems continues to look good. Attitude rates are near zero. Two minutes remaining in the first burn of the upper stage. Reaction control system temperatures look good. One minute remaining in this burn. R10 performance continues to look good. IIP vanish. Launch vehicle is now orbital. PU has gone to open loop. Eco 1. Traction control system is now commanding 100% settling. The vehicle has begun its turn to the passive thermal control roll attitude. At this time, the Centaur is beginning a coast phase, which will last approximately 27 minutes. During this time, the Centaur will roll with its sidewall normal to the Sun and maintain benign thermal conditions on all parts of the Centaur and the Lucy spacecraft.
With Lucy in orbital speeds, we're going to start spooling down our coverage here at Space Feed today. Thank you so much for checking out today's launch of the Atlas V. Hopefully you were able to go outside.
At this time, all
and
upper
see
stage systems look good. Helium storage bottle pressures are stable. Main vehicle battery voltages are stable.
Once again, looks like everything is nominal. Anyway, we're going to start spooling down our coverage of the Atlas V carrying NASA's Lucy spacecraft as she gets her way to separate in the following moments. If you want to go ahead and see that, NASA should be able to post it on their social media, so follow them for that. And again, I'm Tyler, content manager here at Space Feed today. And once again, thank you everyone for joining us for today's launch. Hopefully if you were in Florida, you're able to go out and see it. I was able to. Wasn't as bright as I was thinking it would be, but still pretty cool nonetheless. And we'll start spooling down our coverage, and again, we're going to be back here for the next launch. That could be as early as Monday for a potential static fire of the Starship down there in Boca Chica, Texas. We could be covering that as early as Monday if the road closure, everything works out for that static fire. There was supposed to be a Starlink launch actually on Sunday, but that got delayed. So we'll keep our eye out here, and make sure you follow all of us on social media, YouTube, Instagram, and other pages for more updates following spaceflight here in America. Anyway, I am Tyler, and you're watching Space Feed today.